One of the most recent examples would be what's happening in Ecuador. They funded all of their hydroelectricity dams and promised that they were going to bring Ecuador out of poverty. Unfortunately, the dams that they gave $12 billion in loans for to Ecuador ended up causing massive erosion because you can't put electronic hydroelectricity dams on top of an active volcano. Guess what's going to crack, right? So there's this massive erosions and all these effects that take place. And then now, long story short, leads to China owning like 95% of all of the profits that are created from the production of natural resources out there. I think specifically copper. And so when you look at what's happening there, this is Antonio just said in chat with Africa, lithium, you can name the millions and millions of issues here. And so now you like zoom out. What's the 100-foot outlook on this? Okay, where does the Belt and Road Initiative lead to? Well, they want access to Poland, which they can't access because there's a war in Ukraine. Poland has 75% of like the trading routes, or I believe that like move through Russia and then back down to China. You now have the Middle East completely on lockdown because of the tensions happening between Iran and Israel. Now, this is where I've been following these massively because, okay, what leads from the Gaza war with the Hamas in Israel? Well, if this intensifies, and it turns out that Iran was funding the Hezbollah and the Hamas, we're talking about a trading route that runs directly through this. And if those tensions escalate, well, that sounds like it's going to stop something. So guess who funds Iran? Who's their largest trading partner? It's China, right? So again, you're just kind of stuck here with the Belt and Road Initiative. One of the Belt and Road Initiatives goes through Pakistan, which is on the border of India, and they have massive conflicts of interest because India views them kind of in the very similar way as the Palestinians view Israel. It's their land, right? And so China's making deals with Pakistan, running the Belt and Road Initiative directly through that India is condemning. So it's like you have this program or this new group, which by the way was done. This happened in the post-Soviet war as well. You had the NAM, which was made up of 120 different countries, still exists today. Just Western countries don't care at all what they do. It's made up of Iran, Venezuela, North Korea, and 120 plus countries. And every 6 years they change the person that's in charge of the board or whatever. I think it's Venezuela right now. So it's like that outlook that makes me bullish on one thing and one thing only, which would be Bitcoin, because you have two failing currencies against each other. You have the United States that's going to be forced to print more money because in a year we're going to have $1.2 trillion in interest alone. How are we going to pay that back? It's off printing money, which is going to cause hyperinflation in the countries that we've indebted through our economic hitman policies. And they're not going to trust China, which is a failing, collapsing economy that has less than 10 years left in its manufacturing because of its demographic issues and one-child policies.
In the rise of India, but that's why I think China's going all in on AI, because they see that as whoever controls the AI is going to control the world. Personally, I think we're going into a multi-year entire planet Great Depression. But I do have faith. I do have faith that some kind of way we're going to rise out of it. But